OTR here with an update on my chickens. I've got 8 baby chickens. They're almost 3 weeks old. And we're out in the garage. We moved them from the brooder inside. We had them in this container right here, this big old container from Walmart. I think it's a 128 container. We done cleaned that out and threw the pine shavings in the fire pit for now. And so this is our setup. This is actually the run board for the chicken coop outside. We have 2 chicken coops. This is just like for the teenagers. This is one from Tractor Supply. It's not for $200. I wouldn't spend $300 because it was on sale for $200. And the other chicken coop I got from Tractor Supply as well, I saved a bunch of money, so that helps. So I got those 2 things from Walmart for 10 bucks, those 2 feeders. I elevated them up on some 2x4s, couple bricks in there to get them. They weren't quite tall enough, but they'll get there. They're making a big mess in the garage, but that's okay. That's normal. So the heat lamp, we just set it on the outside because if we put it on the inside in here, it just got too hot. It was just way too hot. Too much heat. And we could have switched out the light bulb, but it's being so warm, we really don't even run that. Actually, I'm going to unplug it as soon as I get done with this video, just because it's supposed to be 80 some degrees today. And it gets a little warmer in the garage. And I put this on a 1/2-inch OSB board, and then I took some L brackets and I screwed them down. I got a bunch of moving carts, the little 4-wheel moving carts that you buy. I had like 3 or 4 of them. So I stuck 2 of them underneath. So this thing is actually movable. I can move it around the garage, move it outside. I had them outside yesterday, and they're like softball size now. 3 weeks. They were just too big for that little container. I couldn't feel comfortable in there. And the birds that I got are cold weather birds. I live in Wisconsin, so these birds, you know, the barred rocks and the Saxons and the buffs and the blacks, they're all, you know, cold weather birds. But they seem to like it. They have not gone, they all been sleeping down here. They go up there. I throw some worms up there. We have some worms that we love to feed. Oh, they just love them. They go crazy over them. Somebody's got a piece of straw. I had straw in there, but that was just too cumbersome. So we've been feeding these dried worms. And we've been, you know, once they were about 2 weeks old, we started giving these things. And these guys just look crazy. I'm starting to update the hardware on this thing too. I'm putting black hardware on this one just because this stuff here is so cheap. This is cheap. I put this hardware on here. I painted it, but you know, I'll go through and finish it up. But I put this new hardware. I just wanted to see how that looked. That's a 2-inch hardware from Home Depot. They're only like a couple bucks. And you know, you got, I think 6 or 8 of them on this whole thing. It just makes it look so much better. And I'm probably going to have to put another coat of paint on here. Because it just comes with primer. And this will not hold in Wisconsin weather at all. This will be junk in 1 year. This little balsa wood that they have, they don't even have anything green treated on here at all. You put this on the ground and it's junk in no time. So I'm going to keep it in the garage. I'm going to use this for chickens that are sick, chickens that are broody, new chickens that are coming into the flock. So this is like my secondary chick. Some people have tractor style, but they're safe in here in the garage. I don't know, I might have a mouse or two in here, but I doubt it, you know, but you never know. I got a big garage. I got, you know, 1,500 square foot garage. I mean, I got a lot of room in here. So, yeah, so they didn't really like the new setup, the new water and the new food. So I put the old water and food that they've been having since they were chicks, and they went right to that. And actually, I put just the grit in this one, and I just keep this one watered. But you got to keep them elevated, otherwise they get them all crappy real quick. The food, that's a 5-pound for food and a gallon. Maybe, yeah, about a gallon of water. So they'd be good for a couple days, but they get it still messy somehow. They kick that pine shavings up. People say they stink. I haven't smelt anything yet, but they've only been in the garage a couple days, so they haven't had a time to really poop up a storm. We feed them some, we got some old bread too. They love that. So not a lot though. You know, maybe one slice a day for all 8 chicks. And then as a truck driver, I see this all the time. This corn, if you're a chicken lover, you see this corn on ramps and on the side of the road where truck driver has pulled over because he's got a leak in his trailer, and he'll dump a bunch of this corn by accident. He's not doing it, he just has a leak. And especially during harvest season, you know, I probably got, you know, 20 pounds of that corn just I found alongside of the road, because I think a truck driver, I'm a truck driver, had a leak. I pulled over just to get a bottle of water, and there was this big pile of corn sitting there on the ramp. And I just put it in Walmart bags and brought it home. So this is my setup for now. My big setup's coming. We're working on that. Maybe they'll be in here 1 month. I just moved them in here yesterday, or a couple days ago, and hopefully they'll get used to. I've got the nest boxes all blocked off, and for $200 it ain't bad. You know, you just gotta line up, if you can see real close, where you got, I don't know if it'll focus in right there. The nails in the roof didn't go in right, but like I said, you gotta paint this. This is just comes, and I don't have to put a second coat on there, and you have to stain this, because nothing's treated. So you put this outside, snow, rain, sleet, hail, what have you, in Wisconsin. That's what we're having in the last couple of days. No snow, but hail, high winds. That thing won't last. It will not last. So, there's my Denali. We'll have to do a review on that. And then my Lear topper, I want to do a review on that. So this is kind of my thought pattern on my other chicken coop. This is the chicken coop we got set up. I got to put a gate over there. We just put this up, and every time I start working, it starts raining. So this is a extra large chicken coop. I put a light up there, and I can't hardly do this with one hand. So these things, they weren't fastened. The staples were there, but they never fastened, so I had to refasten those. I put some screws in them, and then I blocked these off already. So this extra large chicken coop, this probably holds up to 20 chickens. And I put that floor in there, and we'll have to put some hardware cloth. I'm looking for special hardware cloth and I'll have to paint this door, because see how that door is painted? When you open this up, this is going to be open to the elements. So if it's raining, this stuff will be garbage in no time. So I mean, it's not treated, it's nothing, so it has to be protected if you want to keep it for any length of time. I don't know how long I'll keep this one. I mean, it was easy. It came in, I think 9 pieces. I put it up in like 2 hours. It was nothing. And then I touch painted it up. You know, there was a lot of dings from shipping. So, it was pretty. And then I want to put an automatic door in there. And I got those things. I'm going to put like corn and cob and stuff like that on there. Things for them. Their water. And I'm just going to hang it out there. I'm going to put a roof on this thing. And they got morning sun, but afternoon, this is all shaded. So, you know, you can see my whole yard. I must have 300 of these monstrous trees here. You know, I have 3 acres here, and the whole thing is shaded. So, I mean, in the morning, it's coming from, I mean, this time of year, it's coming from this side, and that's just one big open field. Asparagus field, basically, was what that is. And, you know, my son's basketball. But that's it for the update with that. That's the chicken coop. That's how it is right now. I'm going to have 4 or 5 days off for the 4th of July, and I expect to have this all done, and I'll do a video for that. All right, thanks for watching. We're going to be updating you on our backyard chickens. I mean, I got it pretty close to the house, but see, this is movable. You know, that's, you know, I can move that. I've got a friend across the street that's got a bobcat. We can pick that up, put it on my big Texas trailer here, and move it anywhere I want. Or he could just move it where. So we have the equipment to move that. If that don't work out, that's no big deal. It's not, I don't want to make anything permanent. There's no cement down. These are poles, can be pulled up. It's a temporary for right now. So, like I said, we might move something. I was thinking about, I got an old shed here that I've teared down. Well, it got hit by lightning, and the damn thing started on fire. So I've tore all the most of the burnt part down. You see that? It's been hit by lightning and it was started on fire. So I tearing it down and building a new one. I was thinking about putting a coop in here, but damn it, this is a big one. I don't know. That's a big one. Maybe. I don't know. One day. We'll see. All right. Thanks for watching. I'm going to give you one more shout out to the chickens. We'll show you how they're doing as far as size goes. They're about the size of a softball. 3 weeks in. You know, I don't even need that light in. See, the barred rock, he's pretty big. See him right there? He's got almost, you know, all his wing feathers. But we got one little runt. That little buff Orion, I think she was maybe hatched out later. They're supposed to be the 2 biggest chickens, the buffs. And this one's just a little runt. And so she hangs out by that lamp like she needs it. So maybe we'll, otherwise they all go back in here, and that's where they all sleep. They want to get away from this lamp. They like it dark. The first night it was like 82 degrees in the garage. And now it's about 70. And they're only 3 weeks old. And I know they say keep the temperature on them, but these are cold weather birds. And I mean, look at the size of that bird. I mean, for 3 weeks, he's huge. And I got these from Pet Chicken, My Pet Chicken, and it was, I had to wait a little bit, but that was okay. I mean, I wanted these particular birds, And see, they're already going up here. So I put that other ladder to the other chicken coop up there so they can get up there and perch. Oh, look at that one just flew. See, they're already starting to fly a little bit. Use their little wings. This one Barred Rock, he is the smartest one of the whole crew. He's the only one that knows to go. I put little worms on the ladder, and he went right up the ladder, went inside, and sat on the perch. All the rest of them just haven't figured that out yet. Of course, in a week or two, I'm hoping that they'll all go up there and sleep at nighttime. But so this is kind of a training area for them too. But it gives them lots of room to run around. I mean, I only have 8 chicks. This is supposed to be for 6 to 8 full-size chickens. I would never put 6 to 8 chickens in here. Never. I mean, baby ones, sure. This is perfect for them. But 4 chickens, maybe. That's all I'd put in here. Maybe 4. 6, yeah, no. I wouldn't even go 6. It wouldn't be comfortable for them. So, yeah, I forget the name of this one is. But, it was $300 and it was $100 off. And like I saved $300 on the other one. So, basically, this one was free. Buy 2, get 1 free, basically. That's the way I look at it. So I got this one basically free. But I wanted this because this gives me more time to fix that one out there. And I'll show you how much, they just love these worms. I'm going to do that real quick. We got little time here. Take this off here. This is, like I said, this is just going to be temporary. You just take, let me take a little bit of this worms here. Set this here. And they just go crazy. And I asked a couple people online if I could even start feeding them. Look at, they're already, they know the sound of that bag. They are super stoked. Let me a wide angle of this. And they just love this shit. Chick, 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 chick. Watch this. They are not shy. They see it. They're coming right after it. Yeah. See? Can you see? Where's my hand? There you go. They just go crazy over this stuff. They want bugs. So, I had a couple flies get in there. Oh, they ate them right away. Any kind of bug that decides to venture in here, yeah, it's done. So I'm trying to train them. So I'll put a little bit on the steps. Throw them up on the steps there. Throw them here, throw them there. Try to get them to work their way up and down the steps. So they'll find those little on the steps, and then at least one will go, then maybe they'll follow. So, oh yeah, they love that stuff. Yeah. Couple handfuls, that's all. That's nothing major, but they're growing fast. So. All right, that's my video for today. Here's my birds at almost 3 weeks old. I did a video on my first day, and now this is about 3 weeks. We're out of the brooder and into the secondary brooder. Phase 2 is what I call it. And they're out here in the garage and loving life with all the extra space and growing and learning. I wish I had a little better setup for them to get out in the yard, but once I get that fenced in, I'll start taking them out. I got 2 of each, and I'll take 2 of each out there into the fenced in area once I get it done, and then start introducing them a couple hours a day. Today I might I might just put them outside now, just for a couple hours to let them get acclimated to the weather here. All right, thanks for watching. OTR, we're out.